Have you ever wondered how Netflix always seems to know what show you'll love next? Or how your phone unlocks by simply scanning your face? The tech magic behind these modern-day wonders is called artificial intelligence, or AI. But what exactly does that mean? And why does it matter so much? That's what I'll be diving into in this video. We'll explore what AI is, how it works, where it came from, and why it's changing pretty much everything about the world we know. What is artificial intelligence? At its core, artificial intelligence is about teaching machines to think and act like humans. Well, in certain ways at least. Don't worry though. It doesn't mean robots with feelings or computers plotting to take over the world, at least not yet. What it does mean is that AI systems are programmed to process huge amounts of data, spot patterns, make decisions, and even learn from mistakes, kind of like we do. It's a lot less sci-fi and a lot more about problem solving and making our lives easier. To really understand today's AI craze, we need to take a quick trip back in time. The idea of machines that can think isn't exactly new. One of the earliest and most famous discussions about this came from a brilliant British mathematician named Alan Turing. Back in 1950, he published a paper called Computing Machinery Intelligence, in which he asked the big, bold question, can machines think? To test this, he proposed something we now call the Turing test. The idea was simple but super smart. Imagine you're having a conversation via text with two participants, one human and one a machine. If you can't figure out which is which, then the machine is doing a pretty good job of thinking. This idea was groundbreaking because it meant the focus shifted from building machines that seemed like humans to creating machines capable of reasoning and human-like interaction. Fast forward a few years to 1956, and AI officially became its own field of study during a big conference at Dartmouth College. This gathering of scientists, led by John McCarthy, even coined the term artificial intelligence. Their goals were ambitious: solve problems with machines, teach them language, and even get them to learn new things. Early experiments seemed promising. Researchers created programs that could play games like checkers or solve math problems. But the excitement didn't last forever. Computers at the time couldn't handle complex tasks. They were slow and lacked memory. This led to what's called the AI winter, a period of time when progress slowed down, people lost interest, and funding dried up. But AI isn't one to give up that easily. Things picked up again in the 1980s and 1990s, thanks to better hardware and smarter algorithms. Then there was a jaw-dropping breakthrough in 1997. IBM's Deep Blue beat Garry Kasparov, the reigning world chess champion. Chess was seen as a game that needs human-like creativity and strategic thinking. While Deep Blue wasn't exactly creative, it relied on calculating millions of moves per second, its win proved that machines could outperform people in specific tasks. This event reignited the world's fascination with AI. People started to wonder, what else can machines do better than us? Turns out, machines can do a lot better than us in certain areas. AI is now everywhere, quietly working behind the scenes to make life easier. Different types of AI. Most of today's AI runs on something called machine learning. Instead of programming detailed instructions for every single task, developers teach an AI system by feeding it examples. Think about teaching it to recognize cats in photos. You don't give it a description like, cats have whiskers, tails, and pointy ears. Instead, you show it thousands or even millions of pictures of cats. It analyzes them and figures out the cat-like characteristics on its own. The more it practices, the better it gets, even with cats it hasn't seen before. Then there's deep learning, which takes a step further with something called neural networks. These are inspired by how the human brain works. Well, kind of. The neural network processes information through layers of nodes, each handling a part of the task. For example, the first layer might detect basic shapes like lines in an image. The next layer combines those lines into features like eyes or ears. By the time the information reaches the last layer, the network knows it's looking at a cat. And that's how your phone's photo app is able to group all your cat pictures together automatically. Pretty cool, right? The impact of AI isn't just theoretical, it's in our everyday lives. Voice assistants like Siri, Alexa, and Google Assistant are a perfect example. When you say, "What's the weather today?" They use natural language processing, or NLP, to understand your words, figure out your meaning, and give you an answer. NLP isn't just about recognizing words, it's about understanding context too. For example, if you ask, "Will it rain later?" the system knows you're talking about the weather, not asking if the sky plans to cry or something. Healthcare is also being revolutionized by AI. Let's say you're a radiologist who has to look at hundreds of X-rays every day to spot early signs of cancer. AI systems, trained with thousands of medical images, act as an extra set of very experienced eyes, helping doctors catch abnormalities quicker and with more accuracy. These systems don't replace doctors, but they make doing the work more efficient, making healthcare faster and safer. Self-driving cars are another mind-blowing application. Companies like Tesla and Waymo are using AI to help vehicles make real-time decisions, whether it's stopping for a pedestrian, avoiding a pothole, or merging into traffic seamlessly. These cars rely on data from sensors and cameras, paired with AI algorithms to interpret what's happening on the road. While they're not perfect yet, they're getting closer and might one day make driving safer for everyone. AI is also changing how businesses operate. Take Amazon, for example. Ever notice how it seems to read your mind when it's recommending products? That's AI at work, analyzing your browsing history and purchase patterns, and then comparing them to other people like you. This type of predictive analysis isn't just used for shopping. You'll find it in Netflix suggesting what to binge next, or Spotify putting together the perfect playlist. And then there's the farming industry. Who would have guessed AI would lend a hand to agriculture? With AI-powered drones and sensors, farmers can monitor crop health, track soil conditions, and plan the best times to plant or harvest. It makes farming more efficient, boosts yields, and helps feed more people around the world. The creative industry hasn't been left out either. Writers are brainstorming with tools like ChatGPT. Artists are using programs like Leonardo AI to generate stunning digital art, and musicians are even composing tunes with AI. While these tools won't be replacing creative humans anytime soon, they're becoming valuable sidekicks. It's not all smooth sailing though. AI has its challenges. One big issue is bias. Since AI learns from data, it inherits any biases in that data. For example, Gemini might censor the information it gives you about politics because it's been trained to not talk about certain things, while ChatGPT usually tends to censor less. Does this seem right? Privacy is another tricky topic. AI usually relies on personal data, like your browsing habits or location, to work its magic. But how that data is stored, used, and shared raises some serious concerns. Where does all that information really go, and who can access it? These are some tough questions that we have to figure out as AI keeps developing. The potential seems limitless, but with great power comes great responsibility. AI is here, and it's not going anywhere anytime soon. From your streaming recommendations to life-saving medical tools, its impact is undeniable. Understanding how it works and thinking carefully about how we use it will be key to shaping a future where AI helps everyone, not just a select few. What do you think about AI? How often do you use it in your day-to-day life? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this interesting, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this.